in-studio live stream here today. I think this is gonna be a quick one. We're preparing for a busy day, and we're gonna get out in the field and paint a little plein air painting. This is gonna be all about splats, using my giant Q-tips. Just to give you an idea, we've used these over a couple of sessions. These are bigger than my thumb, or the tip of my thumb. So we're going to use these and our watercolors to create some patterns on a piece of paper that's untethered to my drawing board. There's no tape, so we're gonna rotate it and create splatters and see what happens. Maybe we'll react to what's going on to kind of fill out the painting as we go, but for the most part I think we're just going to stick to the use of mostly that giant Q-tip. And I'm going to get a little water into, I'm going to go with this golden color here. I'm going to use these two colors and then maybe a blue, and I think that'll be the primary colors that we'll use. All right, so I'm going to get a little water into my Q-tip now, and we're going to get a little bit of this paint on here. Okay, here it goes. We'll see what happens. All right, it's hardly visible. It's going to take a while for this to actually pick up some momentum. A little bit more water. And I'm just slapping this down. There you go. And a little bit more of the paint. I don't have my hair dryer today, so I'm going to be limited in how many layers I'll be able to put on, but that's okay. I think we'll use that to our advantage. All right, so I'm going to set that aside, get a new giant Q-tip, which, by the way, I think I got these. At Home Depot, or it might have been our local hardware store. I can't remember where I got these, but you could find them online if you look for extra large Q-tips or cotton swabs. I don't even know what these are used for. Probably applying some sort of industrial lubricant or something like that. I don't know. All right, so now I'm going to go to this golden color here, and then I'll probably have to rinse out. Hello, thank you for subbing, Mr. Falcon. Thank you, appreciate it very much. All right, so now I'm going to go with this little kind of rusty golden color and a new cotton swab. Get a little water in there. So I'm making an abstract kind of stream of consciousness piece here using giant cotton swabs and just a lot of splatters in watercolor. All right, so we have a kind of a yellow. Now we're going to move to this golden color. This is on, this is actually watercolor paper. And just using an inexpensive watercolor set. Sometimes I'll get, some marks like this down, and then kind of react to what's going on I think I'm just gonna, in this case, this will probably be a quick session where we just use this method and leave it, but we'll see. All right, now I'm gonna go into blue color, probably blue and lavender. You can see there's quite a bit of water on there, so the paper's curling up. If I thought about this, maybe if I do something like this again, I might just use a smaller drawing board and tape the paper down so it doesn't curl up. That way I could rotate it easily with a small piece like this. So yeah, I think that the I don't know if you're referring to do I like lizards? I'm not a big reptile fan, but yeah, I don't mind them. I don't mind lizards. All right, so we're gonna go into maybe this blue. Yeah, I had somebody suggest the other day that when I first used this this technique with these giant cotton swabs, they said it looked like um, a wall where meatballs were thrown at the wall. And I said, well, how do you know what that looks like? And they said, I can't remember the name of the viewer, but they said, I used to work at a terrible Italian restaurant where the owner would throw meatballs at us. So I thought that was kind of funny. Definitely a first for the channel. But yeah, not a lot of thought going into this. I know that when I look at paintings, whether they're abstract or representational, when I see blues and golds or yellows together, you know, I tend to really like that mixture of colors. So that's why I've gone in this direction. That's the extent of the thought process here. It's not a lot of deep thought or color theory. It's just that, you know, I like this color combination. And we'll see where it goes. All right. Yeah. Have you ever been bit by a spider? I've been bit by a spider. I will tell you that hurts. All right. So I've never been bit by a lizard, and I hope to keep it that way. All right. So we have an interesting effect here. I like the way that this looks. It's going to change a little bit as the water-based paint absorbs into the paper. Thinking this might be one of those situations where less is more. What I might do here, which I think could be interesting, is just a few marks that are kind of print related. I'll just use this lid. I'll dip it into some watercolor paint and make some marks. Part of me wants to wait until this dries. And I'll go ahead and maybe take a little bit of a gamble here. Let's see, what color should we use? You know what, I might go with, let's see. I think I'll go with, got the blue, maybe I'll go with a little bit of green. So, got this green right here. I'm going to brush it onto a piece of scrap paper. Here, I'll actually show you what I'm doing here so you can see a little better. Just getting some of this green onto the scrap paper. Pretty wet, even layer. Oops. Get a little bit more. And I'm gonna hopefully get some of it on this lid and just go bam, like that. All right. It's kind of interesting. Nice abstract piece. There's some white from the paper still evident there. Maybe what I will do here is I'll use my little liner brush and I'll take some of that green, nice and watery, and in areas where I see this sort of thing going, maybe I'll just kind of use that as an opportunity to shift things a little bit. Looks like that just broke off from my, and then I'll do the same thing with the blue. Or see something like this, you know, maybe accentuate those little accidents a little bit. Not accidents, but stronger splatters. And I'm gonna go back into my green, selectively strengthen maybe this right here, and maybe this right here. Hello, 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 Mr. Falcon. There's a few more little marks here, and I think we'll probably wrap this up. All right. Kind of like where this landed. Very quick, very easy, little creative process. Little 7x10 abstract watercolor painting. A little bit of splatters, a little bit of brushwork. But we're going to go ahead and leave this where it's at right now. Appreciate you checking out my Open Studio live stream. And we try to do this just about every day. Not every day, but close to every day. Sometimes it's something abstract like this. Sometimes it's more of a representational painting or drawing. Lately, I've been in between projects, kind of defaulting to this sort of artwork. It's abstract and you kind of just stream of consciousness. Whatever happens, happens, and experiment with different mark making. And just a matter of reference, this sort of exercise is part of the creative visual journaling workshop experience that I offer through AirBnb. So if you check out some of the notes and most of the videos that I publish and live streams, you'll see links to those out on Airbnb. And this is just a fun, easy way to kind of get creative and without any expectation of being able to kind of render a drawing. It's just free form. Every now and again you get something really interesting that you might even want to hang on your wall or gift to somebody. But in any event, thanks again for checking out the channel. Check out some of the other videos that are out there, both in the live stream tab, the video tab, the shorts tab. There's some educational content, book reviews, mostly of books that are related to art and creativity. And in addition to that, there's some instructional how-to videos, and lots of times I'll take you out on plein air trips with me, and we do a little hike and paint session. You can see how that works out. Thanks again. Have a great day. Stay well. Hope to see you again next time.